stance. But also, at the same time, there are weaknesses and threats which we should not ignore. For example, dart drones need to comply with the UAE government on various regulations. And also, as UAE is a volatile market, we can also expect changes in laws and regulations for drones. Stating this fact, UAE has plenty of opportunities for dart drones as it is a growing UAV market which is in search of foreign investments and thus ensuring a clear leadership opportunity in the Middle East market. Following are the attractiveness in the UAE market, with the first being the young tech-savvy audience. Edutainment component of virtual events is one of the key elements that is designed to provide the younger generation with enough exposure to innovation and drones advancements. Also, UAE is one of the most developing countries in the Middle East whose population are having enough disposable income to spend on other courses and resources, which truly attracts other businesses in the market. Third, global events such as drone synergies, a prodigious drone conference which is held in UAE every year, should be the debut event for dart drones. And the fourth point specifies that UAE has the most government funded multi-billion dollar UAV projects in the Middle East market. Now, my teammate Sami will explain our marketing plan for dart drones.
Some of our inputs for marketing plans are: UAE has a 6.3% growth rate of active social media users as compared to the last year, that is 2019. Facebook has the highest traffic drive and the best consumer targeting accuracy. While setting up an ad, one needs to give the Facebook algorithm some time to target your audience properly. Turning it off too early will not bring results to your ad campaign. Based on the market and current conditions, direct communications through virtual events and emails are the key solutions listed to reach potential government agencies. We've also prepared digital and print brochures for dart drones to have in UAE for government agencies and other departments. The PDF links for the same are given in our original report. Among several prospects, two key and potential partners operating in UAE are mature for tapping in for dart drones, and their contact details are mentioned in our report. I would like Salman to finish the presentation.
Yes. So, last but not the least is choosing the pricing model and strategizing it. In order to have the UAE government as your client, it is suggested to follow the profit improvisation model. Why? Because UAE government mostly prefers to deal with parent companies directly, having no middlemen. Following this case, dart drones will be able to make profits directly. It is also advised to follow the joint ventureship business model for a concrete business development. Why? Because joint ventureship business model would generate a good interest among the local partners. This will translate to a bigger and greater business opportunity for dart drones. My learned audience, thank you for your time and efforts. Now let's capture the summary of our pitch. First point, dart drones has a true potential with clear objectives and strategic launch in an exciting tech-savvy market of UAE and GCC. Second point, a well-defined market entry strategy with interested partners and potential customers identified can help achieve the core objectives of business volume and value. Let's shout out loudly. We are confident that it is a clear winning equation for dart drones. We, the Team 19, thank you all for your attention.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Right on time, 10 seconds to spare, very good timing. So the judges, any comments, any feedback on this presentation? Daria, please go ahead.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for your presentation. I think it was wonderful. I have a quick question. And this is the question that kind of bothers me for quite a while now. Now, you mentioned as a marketing tool, social media campaign. And this is the typical suggestion that we now get from all teams working for all kinds of companies. And I can clearly see how social marketing campaign can actually work for a company like Hiplantro. Dart drones is, my understanding, it's about sophisticated technology. You are talking about working with governments. It's not some sort of toy that an average person will be buying. So I guess my question to you would be, can you a little bit expand on why social media would be a good kind of way to promote the product?
Yes, definitely. Based on our research, we found out that between the age of 18 to 54 and probably to 18 to 50, that was the number of people living in UAE. Most of the people were between that age. And as a drone training school, we target two kinds of people. First, the parents, and second, the children. And I think social media was the best way to target both groups at once and in the most efficient way. And we had a different plan while approaching government agencies. We had a plan to distribute brochures and attend virtual events, which Salma talked about in her presentation. And we listed all the virtual events and how to attend them, how to get in touch with government organizations. And we, in our research, we specified that group people who will use these drones as normal customers, and people who are responsible for taking decisions in constructions, in tourism, and in other sectors which directly affect our company are between that age group. And these are the people who are using social media more than any other medias. That's why to target most of the people in the most efficient way, this was our choice in the end.
Thank you. Good response. Thanks.
Good response. All right. Any other comments from the judges?
Hey,
Rania,
boss,
I see you raise your
this
hand.
is
Were you
Tim,
going to
boss.
say something? Oh, Tim, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what's going on with my camera, but first of all, I want to thank the guys. I loved your enthusiasm. It's like 9:30 over here, so you woke me up. Thank you very much. Also, I liked your PowerPoint slides. They were what I call very clean. You can see what you're presenting. And if I could give you one suggestion that sets a really good presentation apart from the outstanding ones, is to take it one step further. When you said joint venture partners, identify a few partners, make it easy for the company to take that next step. Here's what we want you to do. And here's the 3 or 4 that are most key that you could go engage with and drive your business. Wonderful job. Thank you.
Yes, we have actually identified 2 potential partners, and we have also contacted them. They were saying that they are interested for partnership with Dart Drones. I have contacted one with the managing director of one company called Sanad Academy, and the other is the founder at Sakar Aerospace. So we have contacted 2 potential partners, and we have listed their contact details and their messages in our report.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Thank you.
Very nice. Very good. So the polling is open now. So everybody who's watching, it's your opportunity to evaluate the quality of this presentation. Again, give 1 if you believe it was not very good, give 5 if you believe it was excellent, and then anything in between. I will keep track of the numbers and add them up and calculate the averages and reveal them at the end of all presentations. Now, team 19, good job. I'm going to move you back. And Rafael, please help me here. So we're going to move you back into the audience, and then next.
Okay, Professor,
yes.
Shall we explain about that 2 partners which we have listed?
Let's skip that because first we are out of time and we have another
Okay,
presentation at 11. So if we go into all of the details, I'm afraid that we may go over time. But great job, guys. So thank you so much. So Rafael, let's start putting people in and out. And those who are voting, finalize your votes. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Yes, very good. Okay, so team 31, you go next, and then team 40. And while we're adding the presenters here, I would like also to say one more thing. So in this cohort, we had 3 distinct groups of participants. So we had so-called academy students. So those are usually teenagers, pre-college teens that had a separate track. So we had a few hundred of them participating. And so they were, full-scale participants in X-Culture, but they were in separate age matched teams, separate from all the other participants. Then we had so-called professionals. So those are adults who are not students, who also wanted to get this X-Culture experience. And so they had the opportunity to participate in the project as well. And then obviously our main body are the students, and a good half of them are MBA students. The other ones, or the rest of them, are undergraduate bachelor students from all around the world. And so that was the largest group. So we had about 5,000 of them. And so the first 3 teams presenting today are those pre-college teens. So all of them are in their basically 16, 17. And so the reason we have 3 teen teams and 5 student teams is because when we invited students to participate, teens were much, much more active. And so more of them submitted their work. And so when the judges were going through the evaluations, originally we thought it would be maybe one, maybe two teams from the teen group, and then everybody else would be MBA and business students. But the teens were so good, and there were so many of them, that we ended up with 3 pre-college teams and then 5 college teams. Now, no excuse for your age. You're competing with everyone as everybody else does. So no favoritism here, but good luck to you guys. So that's the last teen team. And then the next one will be a little bit older. So those will be university students. All right. So which one of you will be sharing slides, if you will be sharing slides?
Hello, I'm going to be sharing slides. And we will
So that's Miruna. Okay.
Yes.
So let's give you the co-host privileges. And yeah, whenever you guys are ready.
Okay, so are you all seeing my screen?
Yes. The only thing is you might want to go in the presentation mode. Yeah.
Yes, I am doing it right now. 1 second, please. Okay.
Yes, all good now. Perfect.
So whenever my teammates are ready, we can start.
Yes, let me restart the timer. You guys are ready to go.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We are glad to present to you the proposals of Team 31. We are a team of 6 members: Ananya from India, Miruna from Romania, Pooja from Nepal, Sandy from Egypt, Montakimul from Bangladesh, and Aida from Morocco. We come to you with a new, innovative, and colorful perspective, Gen Z. Our team has prepared a complete and detailed proposal to succeed in this new market. We paid great attention to all of the 3 sections, and we detailed the marketing, market, and product and operation management strategies. Now, Ananya will take over.
Section 1. This section focuses on market research, professional opinion, designs, social media, posts, and campaigns. While looking into possible target groups, high school to graduate students, also known as young adults, provided immense opportunity. With over 230 million students globally right now and forecasted 594 million by 2040 looking for higher studies or jobs, this market has a lot more potential than we can fathom. While coming up with guidelines, we have looked at 2 aspects very closely. What will increase their employability in COVID and post-COVID times, and what will keep the CV as unique as their generation itself. Universities and HR professionals look at certain crucial things from professionals with 0 to 5 years of work experience. As for 2 HR reviewers who worked very closely with our team, the content and professional design matters a lot. This shows quality, attitude, and the drive to set yourself apart very strongly. The generation has a lot of strong points like problem solving, teamwork, critical thinking, leadership, and especially the need to make a change with their inquisitive minds. Zen CV, with its tailor-made CVs, can cater to this group by providing attention to details and help them stand out.
When it comes to designs, we propose that for both the brand as itself and for the CVs, Zen CVs should use a new and a simple and representative logo with a silhouette holding a CV. The color scheme is said to be of interest for the target group. We should use spearmint, blush pink, yellow, and purple. For promoting, we propose a social media presence on platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Between 75% to 50% of the people aged 15 to 25 have a social media presence on at least one of the mentioned platforms. The promotional content that we will be proposing can be adapted to any of the platforms. For example, we propose posts and campaigns such as write your CV in a reverse chronology order and other advices, campaigns such as Have a Zen Christmas, where students can receive discounts, contests from where Zen CV can gather new ideas, and giveaways where Zen CV could gather new followers and even new clients. As for a brochure, we propose something simple with every information needed that could be used on social media, on their website, and even when the times allow, in an event like a fair or something else.
As for section 2, I'll be talking about market and products. First is competition. We identified mainly 3 competitors, which are Cake Resume, Novo Resume, and Visual CV, and all 3 of them offer DIY services and prices that are appealing to the target group. Second is products. We propose to you a big variety of products like free demo, DIY CVs, professional services, university CVs, guides, designs, skill development, video CV, and a mobile app. All of those proposals have been thoroughly detailed in the report. Lastly is the market selection. We targeted this group of age specifically because last year only, there were almost 22 million young people that got accepted into university, and all of them required a CV. By 2030, there will be 380 million students, and by 2040, this number is expected to reach 594. Worldwide, there are 1.3 billion people with ages between 15 and 25. And lastly, 429 million are employed and 68 million are currently searching for a job.
For this section 3, here are the entry mode, the pricing, the finances, and the funding. So for the entry modes, the most probable two are the HR companies because they represent like a good partnership and they have a good knowledge of the market. And in return, then CV can offer like advertisements either offline or online, for example. So then CV could gain clients, extend their reach, and have customer loyalty. And for the universities, as each year young people apply to universities and a lot of graduates look for their first job. So then CV could be exposed to the fresh young professionals and can offer like commissions, discounts, video courses, and trainings to the students. For the pricing part, here are the prices in a simple way. The prices start here from $1 for the guides and go up to $20 for 1 month subscription with a complete offer. And they are supposed these products are individually or subscription packages. All the prices are adapted to the financial capacity of our target group. And all the proposed pricing strategies are so flexible and allow any spontaneous changes. For the part of funding, here are 4 factors or 4 sections like crowdfunding, and the people here finally feel like they are part of a beautiful story. The grants as a product like that supports education in the new generations. The third, the accelerators and incubators, and they were money and information. The last one are angels, gained funds and experience from the investors. Thank you for your time in listening and good luck exploring the new market. For every step you take, then CV is making sure it's for your opportunity. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yet another team right on time. Very good. So I'm actually very impressed. Normally people go over time. Great job. So any comments from the judges? Any comments, feedback? Dr. B?
Guys, again, wow. Very impressed. I cannot believe that these are Academy students. And I don't know if the audience out there is paying attention, but these are teenagers who are going to be like amazing professional students or students at the university someday. And then you guys are going to be leading the world of business and countries. What I really liked about your presentation is the thoroughness. Like, where did you get that market data about how many students will be entering universities?
We did in-depth research of the internet. I think we went into every and single website. So we really, we are all in the last year of high school. So it's a matter for us also. So we just, dedicated the project because, it was our area of interest. Let's call it like that.
Yeah. What I really like about that is you educated yourselves as you guys were going through Academy, and you guys were preparing yourselves for the market that you are about to embark on. So bravo, or brava, should I say, for all of the girls. It was an all-girls team?
Yeah, it looks like. I don't know. Normally we assign teams randomly, but I guess.
We also
we're all 6.
But he didn't join us today because he has an exam for the final year.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, nope. Exam is more important. Congratulations. I loved your presentation.
All right. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Any other comments? Ramya, I see you raise your hand. Were you going to say a few words? Oh, and importantly, we actually have Vladimir here, the company owner and the founder. So he made it. So we had a little conversation back and forth, making sure that he would be here on time. So Vladimir, can you hear us? Are you here? Yeah, here he is.
I'm here. Hello.
Words of feedback. Thank you so much for joining us from Serbia.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for the wonderful presentation. I would echo what was said before. I really like the thoroughness, really like the numbers that and the research that you did. It was also very useful for me right now because we're currently talking to some investors. So I'm gonna steal a little bit of the numbers. And if you could reach out to me on LinkedIn so that we can share the presentation, that would be very much appreciated from my side. One question that I would have, and this is especially important given your demographics, is TikTok. We're too old to understand TikTok in the company, so we would like to get your insight. What do you think? What would be the best TikTok strategy for ZenCV and for targeting the demographics as yours?
Well, probably we'll be talking about like simple videos with a lot of hashtags because TikTok works on hashtags. If you want, we can develop a thoroughly, advice step by step for TikTok, and we can send it to you along with the presentation and the report.
Definitely. I would like to connect to all of you individually and maybe set up a little call ourselves. So feel free to reach out on LinkedIn and let's get connected.
Thank you so much for your feedback, Vladimir. Thank you. So the polling is on. So those of you who would like to vote, you have about 5 seconds left. So cast your votes. Again, as always, 1 for a very bad presentation, 5 for a very good presentation, and then everything in between. And so let's stop the polling here in 3, 2, 1. So I hope everybody voted. So, and now next team is team 40, and that will be a university student team. So they will be a little bit older. So Rafael, if you could please help me here with moving people in and out. So team 40, get ready. And then team 172, if I remember correctly, will be going after that. So you guys get ready. And so again, if you are one of the team members, make sure that you put the team number at the beginning of your name so that we know who you are. Now, Jill, I see you raised your hand, so I assume you are with the team. I'm going to promote you to the panelist. But again, next time, please make sure to put your team number in front of your name so that we know that you're presenters. So let's see if we moved everyone. And so I see several people from team 40 here. So if you guys can tell me which one or ones will be using sharing the slides so that we can make you a co-host. Jill, are you one of the team 40 members?
Yes, I am the
wonderful. Okay, thank you for raising your hand. Again, team 172, as we are waiting for you to get ready, make sure that you add the number to your team now. I mean, your team number to your name so that we know who you are. All right, so I see here Laura, Jill, and Reba. So are you guys, the 3 of you presenting? So which one will be sharing the slides?
So it would be me sharing the slides, Laura Gonzalez.
So is it Laura or Laura?
Laura,
okay. Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
Am I missing anyone else, or is everybody here?
Yeah, there are 3 of us only.
It's only 3 of us presenting today.
All right. Whenever you're ready, so I'll start the timer.
I'll share my screen.
Do we see the screen? All good.
Okay, Gil, whenever you are ready, you can start.
Okay, so I will start now. Okay, coach. So, as Steve Jobs once said, every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. And after working on Remo for 2 months, I really think it's one of those products. Hello, everyone. We are Team 40. My name is Jill. I'm from India. My teammates are Laura from Spain and Reba from Pakistan. We have selected Remo as our client organization, and we have analyzed current market, proposed a new plan, and also gave suggestions on how to market and manage operations. So what is Remo? Remo is a live virtual event and networking space that offers a humanized environment for remote working. It's the best platform out there to connect with your colleagues, friends, or attending events, conferences, meetings. It's a platform that offers real human connection. Now Laura will explain the market analysis.
So hello, everyone. As you just mentioned, we firstly conducted a video conferencing industry market analysis. The current market is experiencing a growth in demand due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which is expected to be prolonged in the long run. This looks like a perfect opportunity for Remo since customers are looking for a more real-life experience than provided by competitors. In this line, Remo should bear in mind how it stands in the market. In terms of strengths, it is a unique service which tool allows for an accessible and easy way to engage. As for weaknesses, it encounters financial and growth constraints as well as limited awareness. When it comes to opportunities, there is a growing but unmet demand favored by the new normality. Concerning threats, its uniqueness may be jeopardized in such a competitive environment. What is more, three top competitors of video conferencing in the UK dominate more than 75% of the current market share. However, we still propose the UK as the perfect higher education sector as the perfect potential market for Remo to expand its operations and differentiate itself from the current offer. Not only it is a seemingly politically stable nation, but it also guarantees fruitful economic conditions for Remo to penetrate, such as the amount spent in education and the facilities it grants for making business. Moreover, the country hosts many of the best internationally recognized universities in the world, which students are suffering from lower virtual quality education despite the high tuition fees they are subject to, and lack of access to education does not seem to be a problem. So what do we suggest? The university subscription plan we have designed innovative features in line with Remo's trend. The most outstanding are the ease of use, the option to access recordings of previous platform and organized for the institution, the option to mute and mute attendance, more experience important events such as graduation day, and last but not least, Remo to become a unified communication as a service. This undoubtedly needs to be accompanied by a strong marketing strategy, which will be introduced by Riva.
Hello, everyone. In addition, we want Remo to improve how it is creating brand awareness and spreading our new innovation plan. The customer and professional different universities on the same area of expertise and invitation of relevant speakers, as well as support help on the other hand, the certain optimizers could increase demo visibility in the market.
Okay, so since it seems that Riva is having trouble with the network, I will continue for her. So we suggested emails to be the more relevant, since it could be used not only to capture new clientele, but also to engage with the customers we have. We could also use LinkedIn because it will tackle directly the customers at stake, academic and professionals. Besides, we propose the creation of this general community whose members should be the educational staff of different universities on the same area of expertise and the invitation of relevant speakers. As well as some partners could help Remo spread the word, such as UCAS and Noise Media. On the other hand, the use of a search engine optimizer could increase Remo's visibility in the market potentially. A sales pitch could be an effective personal means of reaching universities and convincing by experience. Overall, marketing should be full of taglines expressing in short Remo's mantra. We suggest a few. The R stands for Deep Revolution, distance doesn't matter when Remo does, remote studying, we've got you covered, or the hashtag redefining experience, but these have to be in constant evolution. Finally, the unique sales proposition which will differentiate Remo should be a real-life virtual experience with a touch of revolution. Following, Jill will introduce the operations management we suggest.
So for any company, operation management is the most important part of the expansion. Let's start with the entry mode. Remo is already available worldwide, thus we suggest a direct entry mode. Remo can follow the waterfall strategy in the UK since it's a new plan and it's a new market. However, after getting feedback from universities on our plan, Remo can follow wave market strategy and create a group of similar markets and enter them all together. Now let's move on to partnerships. Remo can partner up with local cafes and restaurants around the universities. Given the enforced lockdown, the small businesses need the most help right now. They advertise themselves, offer unique discount coupons to students, and allow for them to order directly from the platform. It can be an extra income source and also much needed help to local restaurants. Remo can also partner up with the universities who buy their services and use their support to further spread the word to other universities. Besides, Remo is already allowing third-party integration through Zapier, so it can leverage that for desired domain integration, which can allow universities to have higher engagement from students, automate the work, and increase the productivity. This is mentioned detailed in our report. Next, we analyze Remo's main competitors and we concluded that offers unique features, it should follow premium pricing strategy. See, because what we are selling is not a product, it's an experience that we are selling. It is all about perception and how you make your customer feel when they purchase your product. That is the ultimate goal to be pursued. Therefore, we suggest that for our proposed plan, for yearly subscription, Remo should charge £2,000 per month for payment in installments and £1,600 per month for one-time payment. That is all from our side. Thank you very much.
Very good, guys.
But wait, there is
Oh.
one more thing.
Okay.
Last week, UNESCO announced the winner of Global Teacher Prize. From teaching in remote towns and villages to inner city schools, they advocate for inclusivity and for child rights, integrate migrants into classroom and nurture their students' abilities and confidence. They are all champions for change. They are the real heroes who go above and beyond the real purpose of our idea. Improve and provide the high quality education despite the adversities. We strongly suggest that Remo should give complimentary subscription to these teachers and support these initiatives, not only to enhance corporate social responsibility, but also to get to be a part of the change towards a better future. Again, thank you so much for everyone, your time. If you have any further question, please let us know. Team 40 signing off.
Very nice, very nice. Good suggestion at the end, and I especially like how you handled the technical problems, how you quickly recouped right in the middle of the presentation. Great job. So the panel, I mean the judges, any comments, any questions? Yes, Daria, please go ahead. Yes.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Great presentation. I couldn't hear the whole thing, but what I've heard was very impressive. My question to you, well, it's not really a question, it's a comment more. You know, we all use Zoom. And I think the kind of uphill battle that your company is facing is that it has to actually compete, like in the universities, with the system that's already established. And it's always very difficult to kind of take market from the company that's already there. So I was very impressed with your idea about local cafes and restaurants. Because this is something that's clearly not been done yet, and it's a very creative and very thoughtful idea. So my question to you is, how would you envision your company be used in restaurant sector?
Okay. Okay, so
the thing is that we know that the competition is really stark. We are aware of the fact that 3 competitors already have 75% of the current market share. It sounds challenging, and it is, but the thing is that what we are providing is a completely different experience, and it's a product which was designed for the current situation. So Remo can establish this plan adapting to the current changes. And we thought about restaurants and cafeterias because they are not only the ones suffering the most from this global pandemic, but the ones which are closer to our customers directly, to the university members, not only students, but also education staff and so on. So we thought that given that Remo already provides the option to include their advertisements and sponsors in the webpage while the conference is taking place, that these local restaurants and cafeterias can announce themselves and promote the services that they are providing right now. So even if it's not in place, but for delivery or for pickup, that they can provide their marketing there, and that students can not only see, but also access to it and book a table or order their food directly from the platform, or access to their discounts without having to go to the university, because right now it's not possible.
Yeah, only one thing I want to add is that what Remo offers is like it's completely different. So it is offering different tables there, and students can sit on their tables, and that is like total real life experience is that. So that's why like it differs way like that way from the Zoom, and that's why we think that this battle is worth it.
Yeah,
Okay.
very good answers. And you're absolutely right. It's a little different than Zoom, or kind of has a slightly different purpose. So I wonder how long it will take Zoom to copy that functionality though. So any other comments, questions?
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
So I understand that your team is professional, academy professional, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so my question is, what brought you to X-Culture, and how did you find this experience to add to your professional experience?
So from my perspective, I was scrolling through LinkedIn one day and I saw one post about X-Culture, like someone from last cohort just posted about it. So I went to the site and I filled their application form like that right on that time. And yes, then I am technically from engineering background. So I didn't know anything about businesses, how they work, or like what is pricing strategy and what is all that stuff. But after finishing all the modules and after doing every week's task, like now I understand like how businesses can work, and like how to, if I join any startup in the future after graduating, then like what things will be there and how can I help there. So like it was a really great experience, and I already recommended my few of friends, so like they can join in the next cohort. So yes.
That's exactly what we wanted to do. Exactly what we wanted
From
to
my
do.
side, it was actually that way how I got engaged. It was a really close friend of mine who engaged in the project and is still part of it because she was really satisfied, not only with the experience, but I guess also with the results she's having. So she thought that because of the international business background that I have, and also my professional orientation, it would be a great experience for me, not only to gain this theory material, but also to have the opportunity to engage in a heterogeneous group from people all over the world and actually lead or be part of a project that it's real life. It's no longer a case study you do for a university model. So it was amazing, and for sure the lessons I learned you cannot learn sitting in a table and memorizing facts. So it was amazing.
Laura, that is exactly what we want to do. Dr. Voss created an amazing program, and we want to reach as many professionals as we can. And this is exactly why we do it. Thank you so much for letting us know that.
Also, coach, I am going to apply for being a coach next cohort.
Good move. Yeah, absolutely. That's the logical next step. Yes.
Yeah.
We can use some talented people like you. All right. So the polling is ending in 3, 2, 1. Finalize your votes. So we have the results and stop here. So we're going to move team 40 back to the audience. Team 172. So I already added Ajaz, and I'm not sure if there will be more people because I don't see anyone else with the team number in front of their name.
Team 172.
So you're the only one presenting on behalf of the team?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. With the time zones and everything, I know sometimes it's difficult to get the whole team around here. So let's move Laura and Jill back to the to the audience. And Ajaz, you will be starting in a few minutes. Just a second here. All right.
Can I share my screen?
Yes. Just a second. Let me just make sure that you are a co-host here, and you should be able to go now. Yep.
Thank you. I'll be sharing my screen now.
And then team 429, get ready, guys. So Ajaz, whenever you're ready, you can go.
Yeah, sure. Let me.
Is it working?
I actually can't see the presentation on my wait.
There should be a share a screen, like a green button with at the bottom.
Yeah, I do see that, but the files. Wait.
Yeah, it shows once you share a screen, it will just show your computer, and
yeah,
so you
now it
open
shows
the slides on your computer, and that way it will work. So if you click share a screen, yeah.
So can you see my screen?
Yeah, we see your screen, and yeah, and then once you go in the presentation mode, it should work.
Yeah, wait.
Mm-hmm. You may be.
So do you see my presentation board now?
Perfect now.
So yeah, my name is Syed Ijaz Rasool, and I am representing team 172, that is KeyBig 3. And we have presented this strategic proposal. And my team members are Shay Davis from USA, Timothy Misterati from Switzerland, Lumela Sienna from South Africa, Martin Machnai from Hungary. So the people, due to the time differences, they couldn't join, but I have posted their pictures on the bottom top right over here, so that you can see them, who are my partners around in this strategic proposal. So Ski Big 3 is basically ski providers, ski experience providers, and we have provided them with the different parts, which includes industry analysis around Canada, Calgary, because this Big 3, Ski Big 3 is situated at Canada, Calgary. And we have covered about marketing. We have covered about moving into the new markets, as they suggested us to move into new markets outside Canada. And we have indicated strategic proposal about operations management. And this is how we go on for the Canadian market. The global ski sector had $4 billion of sales in 2019, and the number of annual skiing days has remained 400 million. And the Canadian ski industry can leverage in the next 5 years about from disposable income levels, those are rising in the next 5 years, and the foreign travelers over the next 5 years. This is one of the opportunities that Canada, Ski Big 3 can leverage from. The annual market size growth rate had been 1.9% from 2015 to 2020, with a net worth of $1.1 billion, which is likely to grow, as I just suggested, that due to the rising disposable income levels and the foreign travelers coming in Canada in the next 5 years, the industry is going to grow for the Canada. Moving into the competitive landscape, we had three big competition. Whistler's Blackcomb, BC, Canada, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, USA, and Vail, Colorado, USA. Basically, they had this total ski area of 8,000, and they were known as Big One, and their target market was second homeowners, skiers, guests, and they have different offerings, and they have number of visitors like 3 million, and moving on. So based on the SWOT analysis of Ski Big 3, we have more strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats as internal and external factors. And what we could leverage on is the natural snowfall, which is basically avoiding the artificial snowfall, which makes them rise in their brand value as natural heritage, pristine wilderness, and immutable heritage, which is basically untouched scenery. Attractive for both winter and summer seasons due to skiing, sightseeing from 12 different sorts of life, lifts respectively. You can have one ticket that gets you access to 3 mountains. Basically, it's a combination of 3 mountains. One is the Banff National Park, Lake Louise, and the third one is Mount Noakwa. So just one lift ticket can get you access to that. So this is one of the strength of them. So located in National Park, one of the world in a major access. Their weakness is basically landlocked, so it avoids the expansion. And the opportunities they have is to the ecological protection, which comes under the concept of social market, societal marketing. So they could leverage on that. And one of the opportunities I mentioned just in the previous slide, that was the rising income levels and foreign travelers coming in the next 5 years that the Canada and the Ski Big 3 can leverage on. The another thing is weak Canadian dollar against USA, Germany, and UK, which is going to be our next new target markets. So this is how we can decoy and lure our customers into. And threats are going to be landlocked by national parks, government regulations, global warming that can cause calamity for the snowfalls. And one other thing, that once the customers arrive over there, they have a long way to travel to Ski Big 3's location, which is basically moving towards 90 minutes to 45 minutes of travel. And slippery and snowy fall, that can be one of the external factors as threats for the company. Moving on, the current TG and the growing, this was one of the challenge for our company, Ski Big 3. And which is what their current demographic, their current TG, that is target audience, is middle class, a 55 baby, greater than 55 age, they're baby boomers male, and race is white male, which is basically growing extinct, and they're moving away from skiing, and you won't be having them as equity sources in the long run. So you need to move on to the newer markets. So what we have done for the new markets is these 3 new markets we have gone for: USA, Germany, UK. Why? Because based on their demographics, psychographics, and geographics, they're basically completely aligned with them. Their income is middle and upper class, and their age lies from 20 to 34, which can be our equity sources in the next coming years, which are tech-savvy millennials, Generation Z, young couples, couples with children, and individuals, because they like spending time as social settings and with the family and with friends and individually as well. So the gender is male and female, which is what Ski Big 3 was missing out previously, as they were only targeting males before. Now we basically be moving on to females as well. The psychographics are like, they like spending on brands and luxury items, and impulsive spender and as a spouse go to sporting events. So this is completely aligns with our skiing experience. And our geography is international non-Canadian markets, that is USA, Germany, and UK. Our market size is the cumulative market size is 22.74 million, and the growth rates are also forecasted to rise in the future. And we have done case analysis with the most important part of the cultural analysis that basically depicts the cultural distances. So based on those cultural distances, we have power distance, individualism, masculinity, uncertainty, avoidance, long-term orientation, indulgence. That we have closely knit numbers of Germany, USA, and UK. That is why we can be pretty sure that we target these new markets. And this is one of the glimpses of the Hofstede analysis that we've conducted, completely aligned with Canada, Germany, and UK, and United States. And what most important part plays in this is the individualism and indulgence as social settings for families and for the target audience we have. And this is based on a marketing strategy. Since our current are current, and we need to move on to the new market. So based on the marketing strategy, Ansdorf's 2x2 matrix, it basically indicates we need to penetrate the market. So we have done that through targeting our new markets. And promotional channels we're going to use as social media, that is through the line marketing communications channels, Facebook and Instagram. And what we are going to do is we're going to find out those pages, travel pages, leisure pages, and the business pages over there. And we're going to put in ads over there, as you can see at the bottom left over there as our social media posts, which is going to have hashtag links, which is going to take them directly to the website of SkiBig3, so that the customers can be converted into the future customers and can put into equity of the brand itself. So this is how we're going to have the communication strategies with customers, which is two-way communication, one-way communication through magazines, two-way communications through direct emailing, and we have promotional materials such as t-shirts, hoodies, and COVID masks as a merchandisers and a promotional materials in marketing. And moving on to with increasing the brand equity, it starts from brand salience to predispositions and customer resonance. Our logo basically talks about wilderness. 3 represents the 3 mountains. Taglines we have come up with 2 messages, 2 taglines, which is the live the life again and get reborn in the place of awe, and find a reason to feel free and look up. And we have a colors of a logo. We haven't changed the logo basically, but what we want is to delineate that logo in front of the brand salience, which is blue, white, black, that portrays leadership, tranquility, purity, and luxury specifically. And brand predispositions will be feelings of thrill, adventurous, relaxing, natural environment, fun, exciting, security, and self-expression. So this is what it's going to be about. And the final thing, which is the operations management, and the first important thing that comes up is the entry mode, which is going to be the joint venture and alliance with your 3 online booking agencies, travel agencies, which is going to be Expedia in USA, Booking.com in Germany, and TripAdvisor.co.uk in UK. So this is what basically lowers your risk, and you get to know about that market, the new markets, more better. And you have more knowledge about that markets through alliance and joint ventures. This is why we have gone for this entry mode specifically. And what we can do with the existing facilities is that we can raise its potential from current revenue sources to more revenue sources. That is that the nights are reserved for 50 guests now, and they are priced at $69. That generates this much revenues right now. What we can do is that we can increase the tickets for 7 nights a month. That is 150 tickets, and that raises our prices. The revenues to 120,000, and we will be planning a launch of April festival launch that's going to happen in April. And one of our team members worked with his brother, who basically arranges these festivals at these locations. So this is going to be that festival, Get Reborn Daylight Ray, which is going to increase our revenue, raise our revenue for $38,000. But for that festival comes up with the cost of stage, musicians, and marketing costs. So that is going to be covered $30,000 to $40,000 with our sponsorship from Park Gin Distillery. So this is up from our side, and hope you liked it.
All right, very good, very good. So judges, any comments, questions? And I also added here to the panel Pete Woods, who is the company CEO at this time and the top manager. So any questions, any comments, any feedback? Daria, please go ahead.
Okay, first of all, Ayaz, thank you very much for your presentation. I think it's so impressive that you did the whole thing by yourself on behalf of the team. And I think that's a great training for you. It's really amazing, and your presentation skills are great. I think it was very, very polished presentation. One comment that I have is something that I've seen in many reports that were talking about the company, which obviously is very interesting. I am actually big fan of skiing, and I was impressed with what I see. So the only kind of concern that I have, and again, I've seen it a lot, it's not just your presentation, is that sometimes you think about the world as a really global place. So when you're thinking about new markets to target, you are thinking about countries like Germany and UK. And my question here would be, they have Alps. I mean, from Germany, Alps are just a short drive away. Why do you think skiers from Germany decide to board a plane, take a flight for, I don't know what, 9-10 hours to ski in Canada? I can see why Americans will do it. Why would Europeans do the same thing?
Yeah, why Europeans would do the same thing is because one is the price, basically. That is the lower prices of Ski Big 3 over here as compared to the Alps. The second thing is that we are offering something that is unique in terms of the night stays. And one lift ticket can get you access to 3 mountains. That is another unique experience in terms of Ski Big 3, which is Mount Norquay, Lake Louise. That is basically that is amazing lake over there, which has pristine and wilderness and natural scenery over here, which is not available over there in Alps. And the third thing is the national park itself. So you can actually see different animals and you view natural scenery over there. So you have 3 different unique structures over there as Ski Big 3, not just skiing, but also adding it to it as unique experience, wilderness, and you can see as natural environment, which where you cannot experience anywhere around the world. So this is something unique and differentiated as part of our competitors. So I feel like they will come up to Ski Big 3.
Okay, thank you.
My heart was breaking. So I spent some time in Calgary and was actually skiing Big 3. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what? That's so unique. So, but yes, that's a very good question and a very good point. I mean, it will take, a whole day to just get there. That's true. All right. Any other comments? Pete, are you here with us? Oh, Ramya, please go ahead. And then Christina, and hopefully Pete will be able to say a few words as well.
Yeah, thank you. I think the Ski Big challenge is always very interesting to go through the reports of Ski Big, because most of the students always have this very picturesque backgrounds, and there's a lot of excitement whenever it comes to this company's challenge. I think just 2 very quick points that I had. I really liked the fact that you had your tagline as "Let's look up again and live life all over again." That's really very exciting, especially in these depressing times, that when some companies coming and offering you something like that, right? The only feedback that I had there was the readiness for COVID needs to be a more comprehensive plan. It cannot be just that you offer a mask along with the the hoodies, but you need to say that you are going to have what are all the precautions that you're going to follow in terms of the the social distancing and the sanitization, all of these kind of rules. And even your suggestion about increasing the volumes may not be seen very well. You might actually want to bring down the number of guests and increase the prices if you think that it's going to be an exclusive offer and it's going to be very safe for whoever is going to come. So that's one thing. And I also liked your full consideration of the full range of options on the entry mode, rather than just suggesting 1 or 2, and you have thought through it systematically, looking at the risks and the cultural distance and all of these aspects. So I very much appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Christina, you were going to say a few words as well?
Yes, but I will be short so we can give some time to the company. I congratulate you on this presentation, wonderful presentation skills, just some reserves, as Daria said, about the long distance travelers would have to go to visit these facilities, and maybe look deeper into cultural differences for some of your marketing proposals and things relating colors and advertising and things like that. That would be.
Yeah, very good. And so let's see if Pete Woods can say a few words. I know they have a meeting, actually company meeting at this time. He told us in the email a couple of days ago. So he may be listening with one ear at the presentation and with the other, the meeting. But Pete, are you able to talk? Are you able to say a few words? So,
hey, hello.
Go ahead, please. All right.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Has it
Great
been
job with the presentation.
Yet? Is the season
Yeah,
open?
it's a beautiful sunny day today, but we've had incredible snow. Okay. We got off to a great early start this year, the earliest opening in the history of the resort. So super lucky. So it's a little bit odd with the borders closed, obviously. So it's a little quiet here because it's just domestic only right now. Hey, great job with the presentation. I thought the way that you approached the 3 different markets and a way to grow them was really interesting, as well as the third-party sales channels that you identified in each of those. Those are all really viable channels to go through because they already have access to that market, the skier market, in each of those 3 countries. One of the comments that came up was price, and it is an interesting balance between the volume and the price. And but I really like the idea of using the Cliff House, which is an incredibly unique experience as part of the package. I think the way that you encompassed a whole bunch of different experiences within that was quite clever. One question for you is, was there anything that surprised you or stood out as you were going through this process that you hadn't expected?
Yeah, the one of the most something that surprised me was like having unique experiences I just mentioned about, like just 3 mountains, like you have animals there, you can see natural environment there, you have snowfalls there, you can experience skiing there, and you can also enjoy your time at the Lake Louise, which is again a wonderful experience, which is something surprising that you can't find as natural as that around the world, as you can find over there at Calgary, Canada.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's an interesting observation as well in terms of demographics, because you're right, it's an aging demographic in general within North America. So definitely the need to expand.
Thank you very much. Yeah, my sort of interesting impression about this area is that the size of the national parks there, Banff National Park, Jasper National Park, adjacent, it's literally the size of several European countries combined. I mean, these are huge, huge territories of wilderness and pristine nature. So again, something that you wouldn't find, for example, in Europe anymore. All right, very good. Thank you so much for the presentation. So next up is Team 429. And I believe the presenter is here, and I think it will be again a one presenter presentation. So let us make sure that we, Lutfi, you're ready, right? So we will move Ijaz back to the audience, and then whenever you're ready, you can go ahead. We should be ready for you. So
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yep. So let's see if you can share your screen. Will you be showing any slides?
Yeah, but host disabled participants.
Yes, so it should be working now.
Okay, yeah, it's great now.
And then Team 661, get ready for the next presentation.
All right, can you see my screen right here?
Yes, good. Everything's good.
Okay.
Great graphics. So please go ahead.
Good. Greetings, everyone. My name is Lutfi. I'm the representative from Team 429, and I will present about a product from Hypantro. It's called La Teresita. So La Teresita by Hypantro, it is Hypantro itself is a Colombian company that sells tea bags and herbal bags. Their products are manufactured in high quality, and also it promotes healthy lifestyles. Here are some of the products. Jumping to the SWOT analysis, here we can see that the strength the products are healthy because these have a lot of benefits, and it is also diversified, so the product itself can cope with a lot of customer preferences. The weaknesses, we have Hypantro having difficulty in addressing market and strategy. From the opportunity though, we can see that the customers are shifting towards healthy lifestyle, which is in coherence with our strength. It is good. And the market itself is growing. the threat, there are a large amount of competitors because the tea itself is a common goods, and as a company, you don't need a huge investment to make a tea company. And from the customer itself, it has a low switching cost because tea is cheap. The customer can jump up into other products easily. Here we have the tea market size. You can see that the herbal tea market size is growing, which is it is a good indication if you are producing the herbal teas. And then from the market research here, we can see that a lot of Eurasian countries actually have a lot of tea import. But having seen the frequently asked question from the Hyplancho, they want to invest in Latin America, so we cannot choose this one. Actually, if I'm not considering Latin America, I would choose UK and with other variables. But Chile is selected here. Seeing from the consumption per capita in cups in Latin America, we can see that Chile is being the first. It has more than 400 cups per year compared to Argentina. It's like 4 times less. So Argentina has like a 4 times lesser than Chile. So we choose Chile for the country. Seeing from those kind of variables, it is not. We need to see from another perspective, which is risk. Here in Chile, the political risk is actually quite stable. But here, from the commercial risk, such as risk of not getting paid from the seller, from the buyer, and also like exchange risk and risk of losing your goods, it is quite high. So you need to consider the instruments such as like letter credits of, and then goods insurance and etc. to cover this kind of risk. From the market line study, we can see that Chile is the most favorable country for doing business in Latin America due to its risk. It's good. And also, the country is facing an increasing amount of deficit. In net export calculation, it means the import is significantly higher than the exports of Chile. For Hyplancho as an exporting company, so it is good. It means that Chile would probably buy your goods more. These are 2 main competitors. Actually, there's a lot of brands in Chile, but these are 2 the biggest one. And we have another explanation after. For the social platform for advertising is we use Facebook because 56.23% Chilean people use Facebook. And if you compare to Instagram, it's also Instagram has significantly lower percentage. And we know that the Hyplancho want to segment older people like 30 years old people. So there's Facebook is the social media where the old people reside. And also this is our proposed ads for Facebook. We have a lady that are meditating here. It means it's related to awakening your senses in meditation. If we're doing meditation, we hope that our senses is getting sharpened. And we have some of the products here, which is related to the La Teresita brand. And also 3 possible partners we found here. There's a Walmart, Consensus Institute, and SMU. But due to limitation of information here, we have the financial analysis from the Hyplancho as like how much capital do you have, because these 3 partners, they have different prices in, like if you want to consign your goods in those supermarkets, like they have different prices, like you need to consider about that. So here we choose Walmart as Walmart is being the biggest popular chain of supermarket. So they have Leader and Econo. And then what about the shipping? The shipping is kind of issue here that we want to address. Now, we know that the Hyplancho is having headquarters in Medellin. And if you want to travel to Chile, here we can use Buenaventura port to Valparaiso. Here in 88 kilograms, it costs like $2,000. And with a DPU Incoterms, if you want, if you have another option such as FAS, it means that you don't need to deliver the product in Chile. So the Walmart will deliver the product to the supermarket themselves. It would significantly cost less. So this kind of connection will be getting better throughout the time if you are having a good connection with Walmart, and they might give you the option of having more beneficial Incoterms. And this one is also need to discuss with the freight forwarder as well. So here we can see that the unit calculation for freight cost here is 50 cents for the DPU Incoterms, and also the FAS is 20 cents, 0.2 USD per unit. So if we jump to the small calculation about the prices here, actually La Teresita is having like 2.5 USD per boxes. And the way that you can cope with this is giving discount. If you have a lot of products in the ale, and then it is difficult to see the lowest prices, and then giving discount will give the customer like a huge catch to their eyes, and then it should work. The conclusions, the last one, Chile is suggested for the market selection. Also, partnership with the supermarket is suggested. Facebook ads also can be used for the advertising platform. Sea transport is also the cheapest option for the freight platform, and discount can be used for strategy for the pricing strategy. Thank you.
Very good, right on time. So any questions, any comments, any feedback? Daria, please go ahead.
Okay, Lucy, thank you very much. Great presentation. Again, very impressive that you did it on behalf of your entire team. Presentation itself, I really was impressed by your kind of ideas about logistics. I thought it was very clever. I also like the choice of the company. Kudos, I think it was great. One comment that you might be considering is when you kind of talked about the possible distribution channels, you mentioned supermarkets and chains like Walmart. And one of the things that I want you to consider is the idea that for a small company to work with a giant like Walmart, it is always a little bit dangerous, right? Because Walmart can easily overwhelm a small supplier like Teresita. So there were multiple cases around the world when smaller companies, and not even very small ones, Rubbermaid will be an example, were working with Walmart, and Walmart will start pushing for lower prices and literally drive the company bankrupt. So apart from that, I think great presentation. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very good. Yep. I'm not sure if Gabriel, if you wanted to say anything else, the company CEO here, please go ahead.
Hello. First of all, congratulate for the work. The presentation is very good, and I really, in the same way of the Professor Daria, for us like a small company, it's difficult to make business with a very big commercial company like Walmart. But in this way, for example, in this moment, we are making some business with trying to get into Walmart in Central America. So maybe it's the first step to enter to this commercial chain, and after maybe we can explore another countries. Chile is the biggest country in the tea market in the Latin America, so it's the country who has the more competitors they have production, local production of tea and some herbs. So it's difficult for us to enter in this moment to Chile to face other competitors. But in this way, we can try, for example, in Central America to be stronger in this company like Walmart, and maybe make some agree in the future for another countries. But it's good. It's very good, the explanation, the presentation, and the ideas.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. So the audience and everybody else, it's time to vote. So please cast your votes. And Team 661, get ready. I think we already moved the presenters into the panel, so you guys should be ready to go in any minute, any minute or in a few minutes. So the polling ends in 3, 2, 1, and stop. And let's move on to the next team. So team 661, from tea to wine. So from Hiplantro from Colombia, the company that makes tea, to the Italian company that makes wine. So which we visited 2 years ago, I believe, at the X-Culture Symposium in Macerata. All right, so it's only 2 of you guys?
Yeah.
All right, okay, well then, which one of you will be sharing the screen? I mean, the slides?
Myself.
Asta? Okay, here we go. And whenever you're ready, you can start. Wonderful.
Perfect. My name is Asa. I'll be representing my team alongside with Maury today. We are presenting this beautiful company, Tenuta Kochi Grifoni, to help them transition into the North American market. This is my team. We've got Nikki from US, myself from Canada. We've got Khaled from Oman, Maury from Finland, and Matteo from Colombia. So within this assignment, we are going to be covering industry analysis, marketing, entry modes, and finally our recommendations. The challenge presented to us was to find a suitable market for Kochi Grifoni to enter while communicating the unique features of their wine that they create through sustainable business practices. So I'll just be going over briefly the competition here. Just to start, we need to recognize that the rivalry is really high in North America because of the number of competitors there are. The top 4 we have recognized are Chateau de Charme, Inniskillin, Constellation Brands Incorporated, and the One Group. Our chosen market is Canada and the United States. We have opted out Mexico because of their current economic condition and climate and the decrease in alcoholic beverages. The SWOT analysis, we basically go over how Kochi Grifoni has great strengths because of its well-established internal culture and the value it provides through their sustainable business practices. But the brand does lack some awareness when compared to local retailers in the specified North American regions that we've suggested. Kochi Grifoni has the opportunity to market environmentally friendly and aware audiences who can become potential loyal customers. Some of the threats they face are the hard seltzer craze that has taken over North America and legalization of marijuana that has led to some decrease in sales of alcohol overall in Canada and in some states in America. In terms of cultural, legal, and political forces, North American companies are highly diverse because of the number of minorities that reside here. In America, Spanish is prominent, and in Canada, French is the second most dominant language. Drinking age is also of importance because it's different province to province in Canada, even though it is altogether the same in America. Luckily, both of these targeted regions are aligned with the targeted audience that Kochi Grifoni has selected. Legally speaking, hopefully Joe Biden will have a great impact on tariffs that were imposed by Trump, and making this process easier for Italy would be the next step. Canada already has a CETA agreement with Europe, which limits all the tariffs. Economically speaking, both Canada and the US have consumer base that are very stable in terms of income. They also have great purchasing power. And finally, in terms of geography, the continent consists of very recognizable ports worldwide. Now on to Maury.
Thank you, Asta, and welcome from my side as well. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about our marketing proposal. For end users, the 3 recommended social media platforms are Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and those were selected due to Kochi Grifoni already has an established follower base in all 3 of them. Target audience should be around 21 to 35-year-olds, and to be more specific, 21 to 30 because of the age group tends to be more environmentally aware, and 30 to 35 because they have greater tendency in wine consumption. Retailers should be approached via wine expos and email newsletters, and to find new possible partnerships and retaining old ones. Kochi Grifoni should create unique value by endorsing sustainable aspects of their products. They should also promote the fact that they are family-owned to become more easier to approach. Educating customers with campaigns like Cooking with Wine helps to promote their alternative ways to use their product. Do not forget to mention the Italian background of the product, because Italian wine has a great reputation throughout the world. And now on to our partners.
Thank you, Maureen. So in terms of partnerships, we believe that partnership with local retailers would be of most beneficial for the company because they will have the knowledge of the local culture, the local brand awareness, and a loyal customer following. Keeping in mind that Kochi Grifoni would mostly likely be open for a soft launch, we would recommend Ontario because in Canada, Ontario has a really sizable market because of the Niagara Falls tourism. It attracts about 14 million visitors targeted between the ages of 18 to 34. Within Ontario, Lifford Wine Spirits is a very established company, which we will believe will bring a lot of brand awareness for Kochi Grifoni. Alberta is the second province we recommend the company look at because of its prominent drinking culture. Rosslyn Liquor Store is the one that we would recommend because it has more than 800 wine selections, and it also has an eco-responsible farming, production, and classification section, which is really great for the company because they basically highlight their partners, the efficacy and environmentally aware practices. Cavern is a cheese distributor in Edmonton we also recommend. It would be really cool for Kochi Grifoni to sell their products as a complementary with a cheese distributor as well. My apologies. I've spoken to these partners personally on contact, and they're very excited and open to partnerships upon direct contact with the company. In the US, some of the suitable partners are Young's Market Company. The company basically distributes wines from 663 wineries in 11 states in the US. We've got Golden State Wine, which is the owner is the Labrie wholesaler and importer of wine in California from 10 different countries around the world. We also recommend Kochi Grifoni to be involved in a lot of wine expositions to get some personable connections created with the customers and get a really good promotional exposure as well. Alongside with that, we recommend Kochi Grifoni to get a free trade labeling on their product in order for them to really lock in the target audience for the sustainability that they have targeted. Now on to pricing.
Yeah. Our pricing proposal is following. We recommend a fixed pricing method due to the harsh competition on the market. Our estimate price for Merlot Pecorino was around $14.5. Kochi Grifoni should also be using bundling to accelerate their sales. So let's summarize everything up with our conclusion. Start with a soft launch in Canada and US by creating partnerships with local companies like Clifford Wines and Rosslyn Liquor Store. Attend wine expos to gain data on market opportunities and expand into new provinces or states. Use social media marketing, do it affordable and has possibility to find large audiences. The soft launch method will lower the risks for the company, and which will be a great asset when expanding into new markets. Distributors and all the promotional channels used will create recognition for Kochi Grifoni and make it more familiar with the potential customers. You can exploit your strength in sustainability to lock your target audience. And we wish the company all the best, and thank you for your time. Is there any questions?
Thank you very much. Excellent presentation. One quick question. Asta, did you say that you actually met with those companies and talked about the possibility of distribution? Can you tell more about that?
Yes, so I am in Calgary at the moment and I lived in Edmonton. So I have actually been to a few places. Not that I drink, but Cavern, especially with the cheese distributors. I had the opportunity and actually I was really motivated to just call up the partners myself. So I spoke to them and I told them I'm doing a project and I see that they're distributing currently a lot of wines from different countries around the world and whether they would be open to having another partner. Told them a little bit about the company. They were really excited. We love sustainable companies here. So I spoke to them myself over the phone and they said that if Kochi Grifoni were to contact them directly, there could be potential partnership opportunities.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. I'd like to comment. Vas, can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead. Yep.
So first of all, the mechanics of your presentation was exceptional. It was very refreshing. This is the way that, in my view, presentation should be done. It should be done with a beginning, an opening, a body, and a nice tight closing. And that was exceptionally well done. Ashta, what you just answered right now, I think that you should really think about applying for an internship at Kochi Grifoni.
Oh, yes, we need to talk about that. Yes.
Absolutely help you with that.
Yes.
because
Asta has no idea what you're talking about, but yes, we've been in discussion. Yeah.
Let's talk about it. As Dr. Voss had told you, we did do a global conference, a global symposium in Macerata. Dr. Voss and I co-chaired this great opportunity, and we were actually at Coche Grifoni. And Coche Grifoni is one of our very good partners. And I think that if you are open to going to Italy to learn more about how to sell this product, that we can perhaps, I don't know, Voss, maybe you and I can poke them.
Marilena is here, so the company CEO is here. So
she's amazing.
We are working on a program where there will be a fully paid internship for students from outside the European Union to spend some time in Italy, and so it may be a good time here. So in fact, maybe as the time, Marilena, are you here? So yes, please go ahead. Maybe say a few words. I think your microphone is muted here, though. So let's unmute you. Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Very good to see you. Buongiorno. Yes.
Good afternoon for us and good morning for you. So thank you very much for your presentation, Astra and Mauri. You have understood maybe per 95% our values, and I am happy as Italian citizen that you recognize that behind wine there is our great culture, and I am very proud as Italian. And we have launched the program for next year, hopefully after COVID, to have young people from around the world for touching what means to be sustainable, what means to have direct relation with our nature and our biodiversity. Because only understanding the nature, we can revitalize the planet. And we are in your hands, and we have only to teach what means to be natural. Thank you very much, and we hope getting you in Italy, and you are always very welcoming in Italy and also in Coche Grifoni family, because we are always a family as a very small community. Thank you very much. Have the best. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's finalize the poll, and we have one more presentation, but then we have another event at 11, so we need to hurry here. So please finalize your votes. 3, 2, 1, and stop. And then we have one more presentation, Team 680. And let me see if I already moved Anthony. So Anthony, you're already in the presentation mode, right?
Hi, everybody.
So are you the only presenter from the company, or there will be more?
David. David will share our presentation.
Is David already in the room? Do I see him?
Yeah, he has to be.
David, let's make sure. So Rafael, help me here, please. So
yeah, he's here, but there is no 680 in front of his name.
Okay. David so let me find David here.
Yeah.
David Barman.
David Barman.
Okay,
yes.
Promoting David to the panel. So, all right. And David, once you're here, so Anthony, David will be sharing the slides?
Yeah.
Okay. David may co-host, so you guys should be ready to go. All right, last but not least, so please stay on time and good luck to you guys. David, can you share the screen? Is it working?
Yeah, I'll share the screen right away. Can anyone confirm if they can see the screen?
Yes, we see.
Yeah, right now it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so let's start, Anthony. In 3,
yes.
2.
It's a team of models. Wow.
I will keep it shortly. So hello, here's the team 680. We call it Get In. I'm Anton from Estonia, Philip is from Colombia, Iman from Morocco, Nafitali from Botswana, that's South Africa, David from India, And unfortunately, you can't see the photo. David, please switch off your video right now. And unfortunately, you can't see the picture of Ovi. He's from USA. So we spent a great time together, and here are, okay. So we spent a great time together. Here are some organizational shadows from our work. David, next slide, please. Initially, we have prepared a detailed plan with exact deadlines. We distributed our roles. I was responsible for managing a team. Ovi did a great job. He analyzed the general event management market. He united all our parts together and structured a report. So Philip and Nafitali analyzed. Oh, I'm sorry. So Philip and Nafitali. Okay. David, let's move to another slide. I will make a proposal. Yeah. So we did a great job together with our team, and we analyzed a lot. We succeeded in contacting 4 out of 10 Chamber of Commerces, and we realized the main pains of event management industry. So the problem, the first 2 pains are, it's very hard for public speaker to keep the engagement of online audience and they hold their attraction. The public speaker can do it during the online for 1.5 hours, and after that it's getting worse because majority of online attendees can switch on their cameras and mics. And it's so hard to monitor the attraction of audience. That's why a lot of softwares like Zoom, they're developing the quick check buttons for attention. And in our features, how to engage online audience. Another big pain is technical equipment, because maybe I have an aspiration as an online attendee to show my face and to say something, but I have a bad quality of camera and headphones. And the same issue is connected also for event organizers, because event organizers have to have a good video live streaming equipment. David, next slide, please. So that's our offer for Get Out is very simple because right now we have a real challenge, because as a traditional event management company, we're doing pretty well and we have a good strategy how to survive during pandemic times. But if we want to build something influential and big, so we're right now located at a product market fit. We need to realize what kind of product do we want to develop further. If it will be a marketplace where we will connect customers, event organizers, and independent software vendors, or that will be some software like Zoom, which will with some additional features which will highly engage online attendees. David, your turn.
Okay. This slide pretty much summarizes a brief of the external work that we did in regard to the project. First, starting with the survey, the respondents were mostly from Europe, aged 16 to 35. And on the choice of platforms, this is the graph that we got. And coming to the second is the Chambers of Commerce. We've contacted multiple Chambers of Commerce, and out of which 4 of them had responded, namely Estonia, Latvia, Colombia, and Miami. Lastly, we contacted, after selecting for market entry in India and Morocco, we contacted executives from individual firms. We have contacted 10 to 11 firms from India, but sadly, we could not get the anticipated responses because of time constraint. But and the type of questions that we ask to these chambers of commerce and individual firms are about hybrid events, the frequency of the events, the value add that they are seeking for, the people who are responsible for taking such decisions. For some organizations, it's mostly the head of the HR who organizes event and the decisions related to it. But for other firms, it's mostly the CTO or Chief Technical Officer and much more, and many more positions that they are there. Now, coming to the market analysis of these two countries, from a firm like GetOut, currently it's beneficial that the company expands to developing countries, as there are very fragmented players and very few that can offer package services like GetOut Singapore does. We have opted out US because of the fierce competition. The rationale for choosing India and Morocco is because these are highly emerging markets, and we have the expertise and contacts, and also one member from our team in each of these countries that can tap and analyze those markets. Because in event management industry, knowing the pain points and the preferences and primarily contacting them first is kind of very crucial to begin with. So this was our attempt to make the CEO's life a bit more easy. Over to Anthony.
Yeah, to sum up, I just want to say a special thank you for X-Culture, because you provide a really great opportunity of management of international teams. And also I want to say for GetOut Management Board, you really need to think about considering these products. If you are developing, you need to decide if you are developing a marketplace or if you are developing some software, like we call it showman, which will allow us to highly engage audience. Right. And yeah, as a team, we had a great time, and thank you so much. Thank you for attention.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. So I was actually corresponding with the GetOut. Well, first, for those who didn't understand, the name Get In is apparently a play on the name of the company, which is GetOut. So very, very clever kind of wordplay here. So unfortunately, it's almost midnight in Singapore, and so the company could not join us here. But I hope the judges will have a few comments and questions and feedback for the presenters, please. Anyone?
Yeah, boss, this is Tim. First, I was very impressed with the way you guys managed your team. And I liked your quote at the beginning. Also, it was very impressive that you actually went and talked to other people. A lot of students will write recommendations. They should do this, should do that. But you guys took the step to actually go contact Chamber of Commerce and company. So kudos to you. Good job.
Very impressive. Can you tell us, guys, a little bit more about how you went out and talked to those companies, and what was the response? How did it go?
Yeah, so we tried to contact 10 Chamber of Commerces. Basically, personally, I did from North Europe, Estonia, Latvia, Russian Federation, and Finland. So answered only Latvia and Estonia. So Philip take Colombia, and USA, Miami Chamber of Commerce. And we just made phone calls, and we arranged some emails. We wrote them, and somebody answered. So everything, and we interviewed. We get a very useful data from them. We asked 6 questions, and yeah, we got from their useful data.
Yeah, that's very admirable that you actually took that step and went beyond just writing the words on the paper, but actually taking some action. Very good, very good. All right, so let's finalize the polling here, and we will be announcing the winners in a few minutes. So let's take our time here, and I don't know if judges want to make any final comments here for the all presentations, but I have my numbers here. And so let me just make sure that I updated the latest numbers. So it's 7, 5.
Boss, you're gonna lose the connection in 1 minute, so you might want to.
Well, hopefully we won't, but yes. So let me share the screen right now with the results. All right, so we went through a lot of numbers. We had almost 1,000 votes total. If you can see my screen here, so the companies have been ranked, and this is what the evaluations look like. And I'm not sure how easy it is to read. So we kind of have a tie. So Team 16 and Team 661 seem to be better than others. And if you look at the numbers, they're almost identical. So it's 4.5 average versus 4.4 average. So I'm not sure how meaningful that difference is. So technically Team 16 is the winner, but I would say that 661 is a tie with almost an identical number. So everybody who presented obviously will be getting additional comments in your recommendation letters and certificates, but then we will send additional best presentation, best presenter certificates to Team 16 and Teams 661. So congratulations, and sorry for this hasty, quick wrap up here, but we have another event literally in 1 minute. Congratulations all. Thank you for taking your time, and a special thank you to the judges for being here with us and sharing your wisdom, experience, and comments. Thank you so much. And the coaches and professors, we have another event now for the coaches. So hopefully we'll see you all there. Thank you so much. And yeah, good job. Good job. So final big closing ceremony will be the same time next week. Thank you.